Hi everyone on YouTube. This is Dolph back again. I'm back again from a little break. So just wanted to cover everything that happened during my break and how I feel about it in relation to my current carnivore diet. Um, so I'm gonna pretend like you didn't see my last video, but basically, a few days ago, right before the weekend, it's now Tuesday. Um, this weekend was my 7-year anniversary weekend, and I had made plans with my wife like 2 months ago that this was gonna be a food weekend, and it was. And I cheated on my weekend. But I knew I was going to. I planned for it. I was a little scared it was going to happen to my body when I did that, but everything worked out fine, and I still feel great. I didn't do any sort of relapse back into eating poorly like probably what would have happened to me a few years ago if I tried doing something like that. So basically, Saturday morning, we've Saturday morning and early afternoon we visited two restaurants. Um, Funny enough, where I live, like world-renowned restaurants that are both out in the middle of nowhere as like these diamond in the rough kind of places. Very cool places to eat. Um, Enjoyed some really nice homemade food. I had a breakfast sandwich. So yep, I had bread, I had vegetables on there. And then we got a pizza with cheesecake at a different restaurant. So I ate really nice, light, thin crust pizza. That was the best pizza I ever ate. So I'm happy about that. I'm not sad. I don't feel guilty. And I think that's probably really the most important part about it. It's all about how you feel. Um, uh, for me, knowing that this was coming, that this was planned, I'm gonna have these 2 days to, essentially eat my face off uh, on a special occasion with my wife, and then jump immediately back onto my very strict carnivore diet, which I have done. I feel really good about it. It's one of those things where you stress a little bit about it and you're like, man, am I going to get diarrhea? Am I going to gain 5 pounds from eating some sugar and carbs and all this stuff? But you just got to relax. Chances are stressing about it will actually make some adverse reactions happen, even if they're like a placebo in your mind. They can happen and also not happen at the same time. So it's important to I think indulge a little bit, especially if you trust yourself and know that you can get back onto your horse as soon as you've planned, just like me and my wife did. My wife is also on a diet. It's not a carnivore diet, but it is what I would consider like a low carb diet. It's not like full blown keto or anything like that. It's not, and it's nowhere near a carnivore diet, but it is drastically lower carbs than she was eating, and she's already seen major success. My wife is a tiny little lady. She's 5'2". Her very cute goal was to go from about 123 pounds to 118 pounds. So she's at about 121. So she's almost halfway to her goal in about a month. So she's doing well on her diet. I woke up today. I was 170.4 pounds. So since I've gone carnivore, I've lost about 4 total pounds, excluding water. My water's all gone now. I'm way past that. That was gone like the early days of me doing keto. So most of the weight gain and loss that I see now is true pounds. I was 179 and now I'm 170.4. Uh, so I started trying to lose weight on April 22nd. I remember the day very specifically because it was a very big moment in my life. So almost 2 months in, with carnivore starting hardcore about 12 days ago. So this is carnivore day 12. So I was keto for the first bit and then strict carnivore this past 12 days. And we are sitting at almost a 9 pound loss since I started my journey. What are some effects that I've noticed in my life since starting a keto carnivore diet? Mainly the big one, aside from the weight loss, which is kind of like a positive side effect, because what I'm really trying to do is actually just like get healthy. So I quit all of my vices. No smoking, no pot, no sugar, even stop biting my nails. Um, Everything gone. I'm not, and I never was a drinker, but no alcohol either, obviously. So what are some of the effects that I've noticed in my body? Well, the weight loss, that's one thing. Let's see. My skin is like 100% better. I don't get like breakout acne around my mouth and on my forehead anymore. If you look at my forehead, it's actually pretty clear, even after just what I would consider a short time, like just a few weeks. Um, I do have these great bags under my eyes. Now it's not new, but it's worse now that I'm on carnivore. I don't know if that's a thing. But some more positive effects. I'm missing a lot of water out of my face and my body, to be honest. I carry what you would call moobs. I have man boobs. They're horribly embarrassing, but they're like a quarter of the size that they were, and I've only lost 10 pounds when my goal is to lose about 40. So I have really high hopes that my moobs are going to be gone. What else? I don't stink nearly as bad in places that I would have stunk before. Um, it takes me like 2 or 3 full days to stink out of my armpits, and my groin and crotch. Sorry, this might be too much info. Would be way stinky before, and now there's basically no smell emanating from down there. Um, what else? I am a 33-year-old man. So what all I'll say about what I'm gonna say next is that waking up with good strong morning wood is something that hasn't happened to me in a while. That happens to me daily now. So really good effects on my young male body so far. Anything else? My sleep. I went from waking up about 3 or 4 times a night to waking up only once to use the bathroom and then going straight back to sleep. I suffer from inflammatory bowel disease. I have ulcerative colitis, and my ulcerative colitis symptoms are pretty much gone. Like, I wouldn't even know that I had an inflammatory disease whatsoever. I don't get stiff in my joints anymore. Um, I When I get off work, I'm not nearly as tired. Like, yeah, I just worked 8 hours, and sometimes I have a night job some nights too. But tonight, I went and I worked my night job after working my day job. So I worked for 12 hours today. Feel completely fine. When back just a few months ago, I would be completely wasted. I would do a full day's work sitting in a desk chair, and then do a hardcore detailing cleaning job, for 4 hours, come home horribly dirty and gross, like straight up gross, and then be so tired that I couldn't shower. So I would get into my bed after that much work and in those conditions and go to sleep in my bed greasy and grimy and dirty, man, because I was so friggin' tired from eating poorly. Basically, I would get to my second job, have a massive carb-filled, gross, oily meal, like bad oil, I mean, like canola oil, fried oil, deep fried crap, and I would feel horrible for my entire shift, get home, and just feel like I could die. Like straight up. And now I don't feel that at all. I actually have to now stop myself energy wise from doing too much like after I get home from work, because I actually have the energy to like go until like way past my bedtime. But like what I really need to actually do is rest. But my body has so much energy that it's actually kind of hard to. So that's a positive that can turn into a negative, I guess. God, what else? My hair was quite thin. Like I have very fair hair, and it's kind of thin. And I've noticed that since I changed my diet, my hair has thickened like crazy. I have some product in my hair right now just from my nice work, nice desk job, work job or whatever, you know. Can't even talk, but I have some product in it right now, and you can't really tell, but my hair has thickened right up, which is interesting because it feels more coarse. And yeah, it looks okay. Probably gonna get a haircut soon. What else? I get zero stomach aches. I used to get a stomach ache every day. I used to be bloated every day, every single day. I used to have acid reflux that was so bad that I would have to tell me if this position reminds you of your bad acid. So that hasn't happened to me in well over a month. I get zero acid. It's beautiful. I can actually feel that like the bottom of my esophagus has healed. And I didn't even realize this before, but like it probably hurt so bad because it was like friggin' burnt down there. And it's just healed right up. It's got nothing. I just feel like I feel normal, like for the first time ever, and it's just like strange. I mean, I'm explaining things that like normal people don't even like bat an eye at, but that's one thing that I want to keep hammering home is that never ever take for granted feeling good and healthy. If you stumble across this video and you are a healthy person and you're wanting to just maybe try carnivore, be so thankful that you have treated your body correctly up until this point, and that you are not chronically sick, and pat yourself on the back for wanting to take your health a step further and go full bore carnivore. Because I think even if you're healthy, it's the next step to being healthier. And I think even that little jump from being healthy to a carnivore will be a massive difference. And it will shock you. Like if you think you're healthy, and you probably are. But if you think you are, and you're not carnivore, you've got a lot of room. That ceiling can go even higher, and I think you can even be even more healthy. Which is really, really nice. Some other positive aspects about it. Let's see. I did skin. We did stomach issues, stomach aches. Another side effect that is kind of prominent at this moment is the diarrhea. So I'm on day 12 now. The diarrhea is still going for me. And I hear that's just because it can take like 3 or 4 weeks for your body to be like adjusted to fat. And so I'm fine just staying patient and waiting for some more positive effects to happen and the diarrhea to stop. That's one thing too, is that this is not, and I was talking to somebody in my comment section. Thank you for the sub. It's very nice of you. I appreciate that very much. But just trying to tell them that, because they started around the same time as me, but just the fact that the changes that you're going to go through take time, and they especially take time if you have abused your body for years and years. Just think about that. I've been eating poorly for over 25 years. I'm not going to correct that in a month, 2 months maybe in 3 months, maybe in 90 days I'll start seeing some improvement. That is really, really something that you want to keep in mind, because you might feel like you go days and maybe even a week without seeing too much change, but it will come. It just will. It's just the physics and the biology of what you're doing to your body now. It takes time, and it is changing, even though you might not be able to quite feel it yet. So don't give up early. For God's sake, don't give up early. One more positive effect that I just remembered. I took my blood pressure like 3 weeks ago, right around the time that I quit smoking, and it was 159/99. Scared the bejesus out of me, okay? Horrified me that my blood pressure was that high. I took my blood pressure on Sunday, and it was 139/89, back into the normal range. I actually started crying in the Shoppers Drug Mart because that's one, besides the weight, it's one thing that I've been trying to like get a handle on this entire time, because I have a history of bad hearts, I guess you could say. My mom died of congestive heart failure when she was 62, and her twin sister, my Aunt Lynn, died of a massive heart attack at 41. So my heart is something that scares me to death, and literally might at some point. So to actually see on a screen, right in front of my eyes, a visual, this is working, was huge for me. And I think it's important to grasp onto any amount of, evidence that this is working for you, because, having a tangible thing that you can grab and say, this was this, and now it's this, and it's a lot better, is like an awesome feeling. So, I'll probably sign off now. It's getting late where I live, and I've probably bothered you enough. But I just wanted to go over my weekend and my cheat day, and if you need a cheat day or you cheated a little, God, like, don't worry about it. Especially if you've been on for weeks and weeks and a month and whatever, you're not going to ruin your progress with one meal, one bite, one this, one that. It's going to be fine. Have a bite, and if anything, just to prove to yourself that you can take a bite and say, that was delicious, let's get back to business now. I think that's really important to be able to do and stay strong like that. That is greater strength. A lot of people say that men don't cry, but I think the strongest men cry the most. So, thank you, YouTube, and I'll probably talk to you all tomorrow. Good night.